How's it going, everybody? So I just want to make a quick video to remind you all why nutrition and studying nutrition in relationship to physiology and psychology is so important, okay? For those of you who all have been following me for years now, you'll know most of this information I'm about to tell you all. So listen. Paying attention to your nutrition and studying nutrition, I mean holistic nutrition, studying vitamins and minerals and their effects on the body, their functions in physiology, understanding neurotransmitters and neurochemistry, how your neurotransmitters are made and created. This is extremely important if you are looking to optimize your mental and physical health. The reason is because every cell in your body is created from the nutrients that you consume, okay? The types of food you eat directly influence your mental and physical health. As far as mental health is concerned, your neurotransmitters are directly manufactured and created from the protein that you eat, because protein they're large peptides which are broken down into smaller peptides, also known as amino acids. And amino acids serve various functions such as creating enzymes, creating hormones, and creating neurotransmitters, okay? Along with these amino acids that you get from protein, you also need specific vitamins and minerals such as vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin K1 and K2, okay? Along with minerals like magnesium, calcium, selenium, etc., zinc. And these vitamins and minerals actually combine with the amino acids that you get from protein to create neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, acetylcholine, histamine, what else? Cortisol, all right? So in order to create these neurotransmitters that are responsible for happiness, depression, anger, etc., you must be consuming adequate amounts and adequate forms of amino acids, vitamins, and minerals. So, essentially, to put it in the simplest terms, the food you eat is used to create neurotransmitters, okay? And when you have a mental health problem, what do mainstream health professionals do, okay? Good ones will talk to you about nutrition, and they'll send you to a talk therapist, cognitive behavioral therapy and whatnot. But usually they'll try to put you on medication, drugs, pharmaceutical drugs that are literally legal meth, legal cocaine, basically. And what do these drugs aim to do? They aim to increase neurotransmitter activity in your brain, okay? They're literally giving you drugs, harmful substances that have extremely negative consequences on the body in order to influence your neurochemistry. And what is the reasoning behind this? Because they claim you have a neurochemical imbalance in the brain, an imbalance of neurotransmitters. So the problem is pharmaceutical drugs abnormally elevate certain neurotransmitters, and they force your brain to turn off receptors and neurotransmitters. It's an abnormal, unnatural, forceful intervention in which your body has not evolved and built adaptations to deal with. And that is the reason why you have negative side effects from pharmaceutical medications. Because your body has to create compensations to deal with the abnormal, unnatural intervention in neurotransmitters, receptor sites, and enzymes that are the direct cause of these pharmaceutical substances. But anyway, that's a very deep topic that I'm going to have to spend 40 minutes of a video explaining, especially because most people, they don't want to hear it, they don't care, they just want a magic pill to solve their problems. But anyway, if pharmaceutical medication's entire purpose is to influence neurotransmitters in your brain because doctors believe that neurotransmitters are in balance in people with mental illness, why don't we just study the building blocks of neurotransmitters? Why don't we take care of the nutritional factors that directly create these neurotransmitters? Food can turn on and turn off different receptor sites in your brain. For example, most people don't realize this, but certain food groups such as wheat and even dairy proteins, they can actually influence opioid receptors in the brain. There's actually smaller peptides that are broken down from the proteins in wheat and dairy and other foods as well that can agonize opioid receptors. Opioids are things like morphine and whatnot that influence your endorphins, okay? And this directly influences brain function. If you don't believe me, look it up, research it, okay? One book that is entirely dedicated to this is written by a triple board certified medical doctor named David Polometer. It's called Grain Brain, okay? But there's many resources you can look at that talk about this, okay? Certain food intolerances and certain food groups that humans are not designed to consume. Not even cows are designed to consume the wheat, soy, and other things, even though they're herbivorous animals and have like 5 times the digestive capacity to actually digest these things. They get sick, fat, and bloated from consuming these foods. Anyway, my point is, the reason why nutrition is so important for mental health is because your neurochemistry is built from the foods you consume, okay? The proteins, the vitamins and minerals found in these foods, okay, are the building blocks for serotonin, dopamine, acetylcholine, and all of these things. And pharmaceutical medications generally only hinder this process. They're only getting in the way, okay? A great book, an amazing book, which I actually happen to have here right by me. I just randomly decided to make this video. This book talks all about it. The Ultramind Solution by Dr. Mark Hyman, okay? And Mark Hyman has many books using many different types of nutrition. He has a book for vegans. He has books for people who are more into paleo. This book talks about general nutrition to influence your psychology. And personally, I didn't ever really, I just recently started getting into books. The way that I figured all this out is by reading scientific research papers, learning mechanistic data, using population data, and most importantly, the beginning of all this was reading forums, reading Reddit posts, and my own trial and error, and using data, my own personal data, nutritional logs. I log all my food. I use Chronometer to measure the amount of nutrients I'm getting in my diet, the amount of plant-based vitamin A, animal-based vitamin A, and all of these things, omega-3, omega-6, all of these things. I measure this myself, and I gauge my mood and the different effects that I was getting from this stuff. Blood work, comprehensive blood panels, heart rate variability using a Fitbit. I do all this stuff. My blood pressure scans, brain scans. I've gotten many of these things, IQ tests. And using scientific literature to help me understand why I'm getting the results I'm getting, okay? And I've been doing this shit for 5 years. Anyway, if you're a very, very big beginner, this is a good book. It has tests that you can use with no money need. He has tests you could get for free on his website, Ultramind Solution, okay? Anyway, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Your food is the best mental health drug.